So in Delhi, you went around with Guruji, right? First time Delhi, you went and Guruji came. What happened then?
See, after we were married, I think we lived in that Saket bungalow.
Yes.
And Guruji came to Delhi sometime in Taikirtiha, which is the month of January.
Correct.
That's when we had received this parcel of harmonium. And that harmonium was one of its kind. And I was so excited that I've got this gift from your father. And I wanted to show it to somebody. And as luck would have it, Guruji had come to Delhi. He was in Rajaraman's house. So I carried this harmonium, gave it to Guruji, and he asked me, what is this? So I said, this is my wedding gift. So what is this? I explained to him. Then he said, play it. Vasichibar. Then I played. என்னடா இது ஏதோ பட்டன் அமுக்கிற வேற ஏதோ பட்டன் அமர்றது. So I told him, sir, it's called coupler. So the same note it also produces here. என்னடா ரெண்டு சத்தம் வருது. I said, yeah, there is a triple reed, that is 3 rows of reeds into 2, so it becomes 6 notes together. And I was feeling very excited because it was super, out of the world. And after some time he said, yeah, ஒன்னும் ரசிக்கல அதனால தொலைஞ்சு போ வாசிச்சு, as if condescendingly, okay, come on, play it. Then I played, but I was inside very hurt that Guruji didn't like it, or so I thought. After that, about 3 or 4 months later, Guruji came with a big group. They were going to Haridwar, Rishikesh. So they brought a big group from Chennai. Those days you could book an entire bogie and you will be there, you can cook there, you can eat there and all that. So, and that bogie will get attached to various trains to reach the destination and all that. So like that he had brought one. So along with him, lot of senior Bhagavatas were also there. And there is one Muthu Natesha Mama, who is an excellent harmonist. Excellent. I have no words to describe the way he will play. And he accompanies Guruji. So he was also there. So I went to meet. I had bought the first car in my life. It was a 2-door standard. And I had this fad of always doing anything new, first give it to Guruji and then take it. So I had gone to that railway yard where the compartment was there. So I gave it to Guruji's, the key to Guruji, and he blessed me. Then he asked me the details of the car. I showed him, explained to him. Then he said in the mail end, the potiered, remove that box from top. Okay. The moment he said, Tarande, Vashi, I realized it is harmonium exactly like what I had. Exactly, ditto. So I opened it, and when he said play, I said, why should I play? You only said it is not good. I am telling you play. And I played. So he is telling this ace harmonist, see, this is how it is to be played. It seems they had discussed all this and they didn't know how to handle that harmonium, and they were wanting me to demonstrate how that harmonium is to be played. And so he is telling this elderly person who is his accompanist that this is how it should be played. And then he said, okay, fine, that's okay. Then I asked Guruji, how did you get this harmonium? Then he said, நீங்க எதிரா வாங்கின? I said, Hariba Vishnath. அவன்கிட்ட தான் நானும் வாங்கினேன். Then I asked him, how much money did you pay? Then he said some 28,000 or something like that. Then I said, I laughed, smiled a little and said, okay, fine. He knew something was amiss. He said, now how much did you pay? Then I said, I got it free. And he was flabbergasted. He said, why didn't you tell me all this? I said, 1 minute. I showed the harmonium to you. You dismissed as if it is not good. And then you didn't even tell me that you are going to go and buy there. If you had told me, I would have definitely got you a substantial discount. You didn't want me to, and you didn't want to appreciate the quality of the harmonium. Now you've gone and bought, and now you're stuck. Now why do you tell me? Then he said, Tolanjubu, namaskaram annaku. His way of treating me was, whenever he is unable to win an argument with me, because I was very cordial with him. So when he realizes that I have won, he will ask me to do namaskaram, to surrender me to him. So all surrender, he is still senior. So it's established that, and for me it was, he is my Guruji, so I have done that. So that was the way he bought a harmonium, and that's how this Guruji episode ended with the harmonium business.
That is where you also went in the same car around for buying vegetables and polling.
Yeah, but that's a very humorous kind of a. You want to know that?
Okay, no, but can we hear him
No, wait. This is a too humorous a thing. In 2 minutes, I'll wind it up. So I had bought this new car. So he said, "Come, let's go and buy some vegetables." I said, "Fine." So he sat in the front. I was driving the car. He took Subramam also. Let's sit there. And we drove to Karol Bagh, which is a market for vegetables. And he said, "Poi kaheri vaidva." In my life, I have never bought vegetables. I have no idea. Even today, I don't know how to buy vegetables. So we went. I said, "How much is this bhendi?" After some time, he got down, completely frustrated. He said, "Enada panniterke? Oru kaayeri vaanga theriyadha unakku?" I said, "No." Then he said, "And the koode eduthu ulla podu." The entire shop he ransacked and put it in the car. Whole bulk. I could have never imagined that. Then all that was settled. Then we went ahead, coming back. Then at one point he stopped me and he said, "Go and ask for some juice." So by that time, all the money that I had taken was exhausted. I had just 100 rupees. Then he said, "Go and bring 3 glasses of pomegranate juice." He looked at that board, in that his own style, and he found that the pomegranate was the most costliest, 25 rupees. So he said, first he said, "Bring the juice." So I ordered for 1. Then he said, "Muttale, 3 பேர் இருக்கிறது ஒருத்தருக்கு கூட வாங்கிட்டு வர. Get for all 3. But I had only 100 rupees and I needed some money to go back from there. So, but how can I tell him? So I ordered 3. And Subramam also drank and very nice. Then he said, "Okay, aur ek baar bolo." So again I ordered for 1 because I had only 25 rupees left. He said, "No, order 3. Then I started perspiring. Because in my life, I have never got into a situation that I've gone to buy something and I don't have the money. A big man in Sarabhai is, Campacola general manager and all that. How can I be insulted like this? So I started sweating. And immediately looked at me. "Nada, panamaliya."
Hey, tum mama ko dekha?
I looked at Subramama. "Do you have money?" He showed me the dhoti. Dekhi, dhoti mein packet nahi, paisa to hai hi nahi. And he said, "Nada, ashade variyere, panamaliya, tholanjo bo." Karke, he took out the money. But that was Guruji. He always pushed you to the corner and gave a challenge which you will fail. And if you somehow manage to come out of it, he will then appreciate you. But he wants you to fail so that you will learn. Even a plant, give it a challenge, only then it grows better. So in life, you all must have that thing clear. More you suffer, more successful you will become. You should not immediately feel, "Arey, I am surrounded by sin." You should always suffer. Only then you come up. Now what do you want?
One live music.
Get me the harmonium. Not now, wait. కస్తూరి తిలకం లలాట ఫలకే కస్తూరి తిలకం లలాట ఫలకే వక్షస్థలే కౌస్తుభం నాసాగ్రే నవమౌక్తికో కరతలే వేణు కరే కంకణం Hari 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 Sarvange Hari Chandanam Chakalayan Kantesha Muktavali Gopastri Pariveshtito Vijayate Gopala 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 Chudamani Keshava Madhava Narayana Keshava Madhava Narayana 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 So that was a shlokam.
But what did you sing, Pa? I didn't understand.
I sang a shloka on Krishna. So what do you want to know?
Meaning. What does it mean?
Kasturi Tilakam. What is Tilaka? Correct. So Tilaka of Kasturi. Kasturi Tilakam. Lalata Phalake Vakshasthale. Kasturi Tilakam Lalata Phalake. Phalake means this forehead. Lalata means big, fairly large. So in that Kasturi Tilakam. Kasturi Tilakam Lalata Phalake. Vakshasthale Kaustubham. Vakshasthal is this place. So he had a Kaustubhamani. So it's a description of how Krishna looks like. Kasturi Tilakam Lalata Phalake. Vakshasthale Kaustubham. Nasagre Navamauktikam. Navamauktikam, 9 stones, gems. Nasagre Navamauktikam. Karatale Venum. Karatale Venum. Kare Kankanam. Sarvange Hari Chandanam. Kantesha Muktavali. Gopastri Pariveshtito Vijayate Gopala Chudamani. So this is a shlokam in praise of, in singing the glory of Lord Krishna. Now you go and attend to your work. Okay.
So coming back to Limka Lassi.
Limka. No, Guruji was Guruji to me in various aspects. One is music, the spiritual aspect. He was a dharma guru, so he knew exactly how to handle people. But I learnt a lot from him because I am a professional guy. I am not just a spiritual person. I move in very modern kind of a life. And there were 3-4 experiences with Guruji where he kind of established to me that an evolved person is far more important than an educated person. You know, that anubhavam is something that's very, very unique in life. Just because you have studied or you are in a high position in life or a big organizational structure, it doesn't mean anything if you are not filled with jnana. And that experience he kind of drove into me through various lessons. One humorous episode was he took me to Mathura as a recce. He wanted to bring a group and he wanted to first go and check the arrangements that are available there. So he took me to Mathura for a recce. So we went to the temple. We stayed in a small hotel just opposite the Mathura temple. And Mathura temple is a huge temple. So he wanted to identify where the Bhagavatas will stay, where will they perform, where will they eat, how will the entire timeline be decided. So he wanted to check all that. And he sent us to that temple to check everything. And on the way back, Guruji was sitting in the car. And suddenly one of the persons who came with us, a guy called Cheda, who's from Delhi, he said, यार चलो यहाँ का एक स्पेशलिटी है, यहाँ नीम का लस्सी बहुत बढ़िया मिलता है, चलो हम थोड़ा पी के आते हैं. So I said, Guruji is there in the, नहीं उनके लिए नहीं यार, वो महान है, वो वहीं बैठने दो, हम जाके पी के आ जाएंगे. So we went. So it was, they make lassi, and in that lassi they pour a little limka. So it has that soda effect, and it's absolutely fabulous. So we drank one more, and we were so happy that we had limka lassi. So after wiping the mouth and all that, because we should not be found doing all this, so wiping the mouth and all, we went to the car and sat down, and he asked me, where were you? Guruji, we just went that side. What did you drink there? So I realized that I'm caught. So I told him, we drank limka. No, there was something else before limka. He said, that was lassi. So why did you pour that limka into the lassi? I said, lassi is nothing but sweet moru or tair. So when you put limka into that, it gives you that nice flavor and taste. So he said, you never thought of Guruji when you drank that? And I said, no Guruji, we thought, but we thought you will not like it. Then he said, who told you that I will not like it? I said, nobody told, but we thought you are a respectable person. Respect has nothing to do with drinking or eating. This is a sharira related. Go and get one for me. So we got him, he drank, he was very satisfied. We thought the story was over. Actually, the story started
from yeah.
Later on, he was sitting in a room and he asked me to go and discuss with the main Purohit of Mathura temple. So I went and spoke to him. I said, 200 Bhagavatas will come. He said, yeah, I'll be very glad to Then I said, will you come for 5 minutes to meet my Guruji so that further details can be discussed. And I brought him to where Guruji was staying. And he was a big man of Mathura. So the moment he walked in, I tried to get a chair or something, so that Guruji was sitting on the cot. So I tried to get a chair. And Guruji in Tamil tells me, in short meaning, ask him to sit down. And I was very embarrassed. He's a big man, how can I ask him to? But believe me, he on his own sat down. And then Guruji asked him several questions, so everything was finalized. Then on the Gokulashtami day, entire group of about 200 people, one day before, they all arrived in Vrindavan. So in Vrindavan, a place was arranged and all the Bhagavatas stayed there. And there was a Divyanamam, the earlier night. And we went for a small swim on the Yamuna river. We all came back and then the bhajan started. And there were about 200 people. And around 11:40, he was singing at the height, Vrindavan mein, Kunja Bhavan mein and all that. He called me and he said, go and get 100 limka lassi. I said, 100 limka lassi at 11:40 in the night. And he said, it should all come by 12 o'clock.
Oh.
So there was a 20-minute window.
Yeah.
In that 20 minutes window, you have to get 100 limka lassis in a chatti. Chatti means that matka. So in that matka, you have to put lassi, and into that you have to pour the limka. And he says 100 chatti should be kept in a straight line from here to there.
Oh.
And I will ask all the Bhagavatas to drink it. They said, all that is fine, but 20 minutes, how do we do it? Believe me, we were a team of 5-6 people. We ran helter-skelter. Somebody went to buy ice, somebody went to buy dahi, somebody rushed to bring some sugar, somebody ran to get 100 bottles of limka. And roughly about 11:57 or 58, we kept 100 chatti. I thought I have really achieved an impossible task.
Correct.
Imagine in 20 minutes to organize that was an impossible, and in a place which is not known to you. And all this happened, and he continued with this bhajan, and 12 o'clock sharp, Gokulashtami. So when Krishna Jananam happened, immediately he asked all the Bhagavatas to partake in that limka lassi. Everything happened. And next day I am waiting for him to compliment me. He did not utter a single word. And I felt very cheated.
Typical.
I have taken so much efforts, इतना मेहनत किया मैंने कि सारा कुछ करा के इनको लिम्का लस्सी भर के और वो भी टाइप के पहले लाके रख दिया. तो ये क्या है यार, अत्याचार है मेरे पे कि एक शब्द ने कि बेटा तूने अच्छा ही काम किया, कुछ नहीं, बस वो वहाँ से उठे और चले गए. मेरे से रहा नहीं गया. तो मैंने जाके पूछा, गुरुजी आपने बोला मैंने लेके हाँ सर, तो उसमें क्या बड़ा काम किया तुम? तो मेरे शिष्य हो ना, जो वक्त में मैं बोलता हूँ वो वक्त में करना तुम्हारा कर्तव्य है, इसमें तुमने क्या बड़ा काम किया? तुम तो नहीं किया, हो तो भगवान ने किया. भगवान ने तुमको इतना बल दिया कि तुमने जाके कर लिखा, ठीक है, तो उसमें क्या हो गया? दैट वाज गुरुजी. यानी बड़े बड़े ऐसे चैलेंजेस देते हैं और कर दिखाने के बाद उसके बारे में वहां अप्रिशिएट नहीं करेंगे, लेकिन बाद में कभी वो ऐसे हक करेंगे कि हमारा सारा आँख फूट जाता है. ऐसे हम रो पड़ते हैं कि ये हमारे गुरुजी थे. एंड आप मानोगे नहीं, लोग जब 10,000 लोग का ऑडियंस मानते हैं, जब वो गाते हैं सिंगापुर में, मलेशिया में वगैरह ऐसे जगहों में 10,000 लोग, पूरा सभा भर जाता है और ऐसा लोग पागल होते हैं उनके गाने पे कि कोई बात ही नहीं. अभी the Tenangur establishment, which is such a huge establishment in Kanchipuram, a Vitthal Rakmai temple, that temple today should be worth about at least about 500 crores. सिर्फ ऐसे ही बना दिया उन्होंने. तो ये नाम संकीर्तन का एक पार है.
Why did he make Tenangur?
I think he wanted to establish to the world that this is possible. Because Jnanananda Swami originally, like the story goes, he saw Shivaratnagiri Swami held at Pandharpur on the banks of river Bhima.
So ये गुरु का ये क्यों है? मतलब why guru in this? The one who can appreciate something, one who is making you something without your realization, pushing you towards that. What is it?
See, one of the very important shlokas is Ajnana Timirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshur Unmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. The one who is suffering in darkness, Ajnana Timirandhasya, in that darkness suddenly there is a streak of light, and that light is given to you by a guru such a person who suddenly makes you realize the truth of life is a guru. This is the Sanskrit explanation. The Marathi thing says, Baba Ahankara Nishigana Data, Guru Vachani Fotali Pahata, Bhakti Mata Bhetali Baravanta, Tene Marga Davila Chokataga Ram Narahari Rama Govinda Vasudeva. So the one who is suffering engulfed in darkness, when the mother in the form of bhakti comes and shows you the way forward, such is the person, and sing in the glory of that person. But my simple explanation is, everybody has a samarthya to do something. But very often we are so engulfed by an inferiority complex that we don't realize that we are capable of doing that. So वो जो सामर्थ्य जो है, वो सामर्थ्य तुम्हारे में है करके जो तुमको फोर्स करके उसको उस सामर्थ्य को बाहर निकालता है, वो गुरु होता है. हम सोचते हैं कि भाई ये तो मेरे इट इज बियॉन्ड माई एबिलिटीज, बट समबडी पुशेस यू फॉरवर्ड एंड यू अचीव इट. So suddenly you realize that yes, I have this ability, I have this samarthya, and then you feel nice about it. It is unimportant in the long term for someone to appreciate that you had that samarthya. The very fact that you have proved your ability means you have achieved what you wanted to achieve, and that samarthya is within you. To give you an example, now for example, in this place there is air or there is no air? There is air. Then why do you put the fan? Does the fan go and get air from outside? No. The air is very much there, but the moment you put on the fan, the air which is existing here, you are able to realize it, you are able to perceive it, and that perception makes you feel more comfortable. There is no movement, air is there, the fan only rotates. It only does a physical function in a manner that your experience is accelerated into an anubhavam. That is what a guru is. So the guru's role is to ensure that to the humankind, first to identify what is your level of samarthya. And if you can achieve 10, he pushes you to 10. If you can achieve 100, he pushes you to 100. So he keeps on estimating your abilities. And when you keep on winning one after the other, the impediments, and you go higher and higher, that is when he has made you into a person. So in short, what I am trying to say is, there is a guru somewhere, and the guru can keep on changing. It need not be the same person. Sometimes it could be a wife, sometimes it could be a child, sometimes it could be Guruji, sometimes it could be somebody else. The person who gives you that ability and a sense of purpose in life and pushes you to achieve that ability is a guru. This is in short the greatness of Guruji. And for me personally, Guruji gave me that purpose in life, singing Abhangs, and gives satisfaction. So today when I sing to the audience, they all forget themselves and they shed 2 tears. Sukhasati karisi talamala. I would say that song should be changed now. Sukhasati karisi talamala taritu pandharisi jaye ekavela magatu avaghachi sukha rupa hosi. Now that should change. It should say Sukhasati karisi talamala taritu nama sankirtana jaye ekavela. Enough. So you have witnessed him. And then Magatu Avaghachi Sukha Rupa Hosi Janmo Janmi Ches Dukha Visarasi. So this is the greatness of Marathi Abhangs, which is an experience. It is an anubhava. And I am happy that today we are spreading the good word far and along.
That is for certainly true. Now this from Delhi, you also started Mandali, right?
In Delhi, Guruji asked me to start Jnanananda Mandali because he said just singing is not enough. You must have a structure. Every Saturday you must meet. You must sing for 2.5 hours. And after singing, you must have prasad. You must do naivedya. So the rituals are also important.
Yeah.
So how you do puja, how you show agarbatti, how you do deeparadhana, how you do the naivedya. So all these things are important. That's how we are so structured in life. So all these beautiful things he taught me. And we think that we are actually satisfying him, but actually he does not need anything. He is forcing you to satisfy yourself.
Yeah.
So we think that we are doing it for him. Correct. He only clarifies that you have not done it for me, you have done it for yourself. So that's the beauty.
And how did you know about these Shodashopcharas?
This happened in your absence. You had conceived and you had come to Bombay, and Guruji had come to Delhi, and every household wanted to do a Pada Puja. No, this was an incident which happened very funny, by which time I was already a senior general manager level position in Campacola. But Guruji would never understand at what level we are. For him it was the same Ganesh Kumar, the small boy that he had seen, whom he had blessed with an Angavastram, the Namavastram. So he came to Delhi and he said, you will come and receive me. So I was wearing a suit and I had bought a huge garland for him. In Tamil we call it the Aalu Veeramalai, that is almost the length of the person.
Like they wear it in weddings and all.
That's right. A rich kind of a garland.
Thick one.
So he just came out into the area, concourse, and I removed my shoes and I garlanded him. And with that suit, I did a namaskaram. And he was so thrilled, he kept his hand like this. He said, Patyada and Sishyan, evlo periyalu, ana namaskaram pandran Guruji. Then he asked me, Vandi konandiriya? I said, yes. He listed about 6 people and he said, Pada puja pannano, ella edathukku action ponom. Fine. So he sat inside the car and we started visiting one by one houses where everybody did Pada puja to him. And this was about 2:33 when he finally came to one Nagaraja Mama who lived not very far from where we were living. So finished the Pada puja and as he got down, he realized that I have not called him. And he told me, why you did not call me for Pada puja? So I told him that you are not there, you have gone for delivery, you have conceived and another 3-4 months. So there is nobody in the house, and if you come to the house, you are going to ask me for hundreds of things which I will not find and you will embarrass me further. So he said, no, nothing doing, let's go to your house. So Saket J292 is where we were living, and I bring him there and he gets down from the car and he said, where have you brought me? I wanted to go to your house, so where have you brought me? I said, this is my house. But this is a bungalow. I said, yeah, that's where I live. That's when he realized that I had already become big in life. And he said, when did you become so big? I said, Guruji, always been with you. Then he came inside. And he said, okay, fine, go and bring a glass of milk. So I said, Guruji, you have started. Now I don't know where milk is. I don't know how to heat it up. I have never been into the kitchen. So I don't know all this. No, you go and do it.
You still don't know?
I still don't know. Thanks for the compliment. And so I somehow managed, went inside, heated up something. You had kept some milk in the fridge. So I removed it and heated up, put it in a hair vessel and did this athfying and give it to him. And he insulted me. He said, Muttal, for a saffron-clad sannyasi, will you give milk in a tumbler with which you touch and drink? Go and bring it in a silver glass. I said, Guruji, this is why I did not call you. Because you're going to find 100 faults. Now I don't know where there is a Valli glass, whether there is a silver glass. He said, no, go and search, you will get it. So I went ransacked. You had kept something in the loft. So I removed that, cleaned it up and put the milk and gave it to him. He was happy, he drank and he said, sit down, I'll tell you what is Shodashopachara. So Shodasa is 16. So the methodology of Atithi Satkar as to how should you treat an Atithi is defined in that Shodashopacharam. So number 1, as they come, you give them water to clean their legs and like that. Then you offer them asanam, then you again offer them water, then you offer them snanam, then you give a vastram, then you give an upavitam. So like that, there are 16 stages as to how you treat an Atithi who comes to your house. This went on for about 2 hours. And I'm telling you, it was a life's lesson for me, because I never imagined all this. We think that we have studied in modern schools and modern institutions, but he says no, the very concept of Atithi is very Sanatana Dharma driven. We are the ones who always treat people with respect, reverence, and very often the visitors think that we are servile. We are not servile. So when Britishers came to India, they thought you were very servile. You can be treated as servants. No, we gave them respect and that's how we treated them well. We did not drive them off. When they came here, we embraced them with folded hands and we gave them all the comforts that is possible. But they misunderstood as a sign of weakness. Now this is the problem with our dharma. our dharma is so high, so lofty, so evolved, so enlightened that it realizes that your ego has no place. At some point of time you are going to be big, at some point of time he is going to be big. So there is no point in conquering each other. It doesn't take you anywhere, because conquering is a phrase which is used between a strong person and a weak person. But in Sanatana Dharma everybody is equal. Now they say discrimination. There was no discrimination whatsoever. Everybody is given their due. For example, when you do a namaskara to somebody, they bless you, Kshemas, Dhairya, Virya, Vijaya, Ayur, Arogya, Aishwarya, Abhivrudhyartam. So, Kshema, Dhairya, Virya, Vijaya, Ayur, Arogyam. All these are various things that you need in your day-to-day life. So, in this methodology, there is nothing called weakness. Somebody could be weak in body, but could be mentally very strong, very intelligent. Somebody could be very intelligent, but bodily could be very, very weak. And somebody could have some visual impairment, but they could be a genius, like in my case, my own elder brother. Somebody could be hard of hearing, but they might be so good in drawing. And there is a Ganpati drawing which I kept there, which is drawn actually by a deaf and dumb boy. Oh. And so beautifully drawn. I mean, he has imagined Ganpati in a completely different way. Rutuja, can you bring that frame here carefully? Now this, imagine, is a Ganpati drawn by a boy whom the society shuns as deaf and dumb. You know, he gets ill-treated by the society. But then look at the beauty with which he has drawn this. So this means that ability is there. That's what I said, samarthya. Yeah. So you need somebody who acts as a catalyst in your life, who will change your life completely. And they will bring out the strengths in you. They will destroy the weaknesses in you and make you a full person. Yes. So everybody is endowed in their own way. So this is an aspect of Atithi Sanskar. Rutuja, can you keep it back? So this concept of Shodashopachara, which is very vital to understanding each other. Yeah. Our dharma is filled with such, good features. Unfortunately, there is no one to take it out and explain it to people. This is why our religion is completely misunderstood. But actually, it's one of the best religions. And at the end of that session, where he explained all this about Shodashopachara, he asked me, where have you gone? And by which time I think he had developed a liking for you as well. In fact, he had more respect for you than for me. And he always thought that you were a good match for me. Maybe he realized what you're going to contribute to my Abhang. Probably. Quite possible. As a guru, he would have visualized all this. So he asked me, where is she? So I told him that she has gone for delivery. So he asked me, when is the date? So I said, approximately this. And he left the place. And he was very happy coming home. He said, if you had not taken me to your house, I would have never known at what level you are. Now you have become big. You are not my boy anymore. You are evolved in the society. People speak about you and people say that you sing very well and all that. So he hugged me. And that's when all the things which I had missed till then, the appreciations that I had missed then, in a single dose, all that was given. Yeah. And I felt extremely pleased that day. And he left and he went back to Chennai and immediately wrote a letter through Kunchu Mama that Aan Kuzhandai Pirakkum, Adarkku Anand endru Peyar Vaikavum. At that time, I didn't know that it's going to be a boy, but he had known that it is going to be a boy. And he has not even seen me. He has not even seen, no, he has seen you, but he has, after that time. And but he said that you should name him Anand, and as it would have it, it was a boy child, and we named him Anand in a grand function in Delhi itself.
Subramama came, right?
Yeah, Subramama, who was the secretary of the Ministry of Agriculture, a great man. Yeah. But he did the entire sanskara, the rituals, the naming ceremony and all that, and he did all the puja, and we named him Yoga for my Periyamma's name and Anand for Guruji's name. So we named him Sri Yoganand. That was a very interesting kind of an episode.
Correct. Before that, we had a dog, right?
Actually, we picked up the dog from a garden. Yeah. Both of us were sitting.
No,
it was in the Connaught Circus. Yeah. We were sitting in the Connaught Circus gardens.
Huge garden.
It was a huge garden, and there was a small puppy playing wonderfully, and we liked it, and we looked around and there was nobody to claim it. And we simply put it in the car and we brought it home, and then we named the puppy Sonia. And then she was with us for quite some time. That's when we ultimately decided to shift back to Bombay.
Yeah.
You were with Nehru Place Syndicate Bank, and I was with Campacola. But
every day you used to come back and
yes,
come back again to Connaught Place to pick.
No, that is because you were doing this course in management in Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan, and that course used to end by 8:30, and I had to come back from Connaught Place to home, then again drive back to bring you back.
It was 1.5 hours drive.
But all that was a very enjoyable kind of a period of time, and we even bought vegetables together. We will just take a long walk, and Delhi was a very pleasant place to walk around. And Saket was one of the best suburbs that Delhi had, in those days.
Yes.
And then Anand was born.
We still managed to be happy. After Anand was born, then we shifted back to Mumbai. But even through Delhi also, we used to go to Dharma Prakash, right?
The connect with the Guruji's work was continuous. I mean, it just continued, irrespective of whether we were in Delhi or Bombay or whatever. So we continued going for the Aradhana functions. Right. We also continued with being in touch with Mohan Pai.
Yeah.
And when we came back to Bombay, we re-established, and then the programs started happening more frequently. Yes. And of course, you were never in those programs at that time. We had a completely different group. And then it all happened. And
that Kurla group was there.
Kurla group was there. That is for the Mohan Pai thing. And for the Tamil ones, you had Uma Mami, my Shankar, younger brother, and Radhika and all that. So we used to perform. But they were not grand performances. They were more like, the Ganpati or Navratri, more kind of a 100-200 kind of a crowd. But when this Maharashtra Abhanga Ratna thing happened in Pandharpur, I think it was around 2000 or just a little before 2000 when Mohan Pai was there. That was the time when Jayakrishna Dikshitar had come to Bombay.
95, 96?
95, 96 is when Jayakrishna Dikshitar came. Yeah. And he suggested that we should put Upanayanam for Anand in his place at Vadakudi. So we took him, and both his son and Anand did the Upanayanam ceremony, and he was very close to us. And he is the one who asked us to do this Nam Sankirtana Mela, which we did in 1996. Correct. Over 6 months we did. And I still remember every Saturday there will be a big gang of people in our house. Somebody will carry the harmonium, somebody will carry the mridangam, somebody will carry a video screen, somebody will carry the laptop, and then we will go to different locations every Saturday, speak about Tenangur, and then sing for about 1.5 hours.
Guruji was not there, Namaji was.
By that time Guruji had attained Jala Samadhi, and Namaji was in the forefront. And we did this for 6 months, and then invited Namaji and Jayakrishna Dikshitar, Vitthal Das, who's very popular today. Both of them came, and we had a very fabulous Radha Kalyanam at the Fine Arts Society auditorium. Yes. It was a grand affair.
And you had all the processions coming from different roads.
Yes, we had all those things happening, and it was a grand ending. We had Mandolin Srinivas Kacheri the earlier day, and in the Radha Kalyanam, I remember one thing very vividly. At the end of Radha Kalyanam, normally the devotees would come to Namaji to take a prasad, but I told him that we don't have so much time because it was engaged for some other people. So the best thing is you walk into the auditorium, just throw rose petals on all the devotees so that they feel satisfied. So here I was taking a big kudai of flowers, petals, tokri, and going behind Namaji so that he can pick up and put that. Suddenly people started putting money into that kudai, and before we could realize, more than 50,000 rupees got collected in that kudai. Because I have never in my life asked for donation or asked for contribution and things like that. So that day I think people on their own, without even being asked or whatever, they decided to contribute, and we collected a lot of money which we sent to Tenangur, and we were happy that
Krishna Swami Mama had also come.
Krishna Swami Mama had come, yes.
Prabha used to live.
That's right. So it was a grand affair.
In
Ram Nivas, yeah. And then of course Rutrija was born.
Rutrija was born before Ramniva. She was born in Chalkolni. Lakshita was also born in Chalkolni.
Whatever. So Rutrija was born. Then the happiness quotient, like you have the AQI now, air quality index. So that index kept on dropping. So originally it was pre-marriage, then it was marriage, and happiness this graph went up. Then Anand was born. Then Rutrija was born. And then the subsequent.
We still managed to be happy then.
We still managed to be happy without these people.
Even with these people around.
Ah.
Then after that Ram Nivas thing, there were other major programs that you did.
Well, by that time we had grown in popularity. We did several programs in Chennai, Kerala, so many different locations. Calcutta we did a program, Delhi we did a program.
Not part of your,
You were not a part, but you were kind of actively engaged in terms of writing those, because we had to document all the repository of various kritis that we have.
We didn't have computer, correct?
Yeah, we didn't have computers, so I had to have a diary containing all that, and you have written it so beautifully in that diary with your beautiful Devanagari script and
Tamil you had written?
Manikandan. Yeah. So you too created that small diary, and that was my
Maintaining the index.
no, that was almost my Bible, for want of a better word, and I used them so specially. So you beautifully converted all these Abhangs into a single diary, because by that time it was all scattered all around, and I had written in various locations. So you kind of combined all this and that beauty. Rutuja, can you bring those two diaries? And sit here, I am going to tell something interesting. Sit. So one diary was all this Marathi Abhangs, and there are quite a few of them with a beautiful index. So you could kind of search and the page wise, and you date wise, page wise, and similarly all the Tamil ones are written in this Tamil, then Kakadarthi, then Samadhi Sohala, and beautifully written Arti, everything. So these two diaries were like my Bible, and this reminds me of our visits to Pandharpur. The first visit was when Jai Krishna Dikshit ji had invited us to, along with our sir also. And that time we also had Tulsidas Borkar, one of the greatest harmonium players, join us, accompanied us. And I recall that I had bought a beautiful keyboard. I had actually gone to Thailand, and on the way back from Bangkok I had brought as a gift for Anand. And we wanted Anand to first play it in Pandharpur. And that happened beautifully. We had a beautiful program, and which ended quite late, around 11:30, 12. Then we got into the van in which we had come. So they gave the keyboard, which I kept on my lap. And night we had stayed in a ashram. So we get on there. So I keep this laptop on this side, allow everybody to go and all that. And in that whole process, we forgot about the keyboard. So we went into the ashram, we slept, and next day morning from there we had to go to some other place. And in the morning we checked to pack the carton where the keyboard was kept, and suddenly we realized that the keyboard is not there. It was quite an expensive one. And that's when I remembered that in the night I had taken it out of my lap and I had kept it on this side. Went and searched, nothing is found. So all of us lost heart. It was Tulsidas Borkarji who said, no, don't worry, it will come back to you. And we were to go to the next destination, and as things would have it, the bus didn't come for us to go to the next destination. So one person suggested, why don't you go and lodge the police complaint? So he said, yeah, it's an expensive thing, so we should go and lodge the police complaint. So we went to the police station, he took all the details, and we came back after lodging the complaint. So, and we are still waiting there for the bus to come. So just then one guy comes in a motorcycle, atta guy, holds the motorcycle and asked me, who's Ganesh Kumar here? So I said, I'm Ganesh Kumar. What did you lose? I said, keyboard. Where did you keep? Here. Okay. Then he went inside the place where we were staying, called the security guard out and gave him a tight slap. And he said, what is your duty? You are a security here. You are supposed to take care of the people who are staying with you. Why were you not awake? And gave him another one. And that guy said, no sir, that guy opposite has udhar chupa ke rakha hai. So the whole thing spilled out. So he went there, went to the hutment at the back, brought it and gave back the keyboard. So we got the keyboard back. Now everything is packed and we are still waiting for the bus. So the motorcycle guy asks us, why are you still not leaving? So he told him, no, bus had to come, it's not coming. He said, 1 minute, wait here. So he calls that hutment guy, said, tu काय करतो? नाही मी बस चालवतो. जा घेऊन ये बस. यांना सोडून ये. पैसे घ्यायचं नाही. It would be otherwise about 5,000 rupees or thereabouts. He said, यांना सोडून ये परत येऊन मला रिपोर्ट कर सोडलं म्हणून. साहेब तुम्ही काय काळजी करू नका, हे तुम्हाला सोडणार आणि तुम्ही पैसे देऊ नका, हे इतकं चुकीत पंढरपूरमध्ये इतकं चुकीचं काम केलं यांनी, त्यांना दंड मिळाला पाहिजे आणि ह्यांना घेऊन जा. सो he took us in that bus. We reached our destination. So this was the first miracle that happened in the first visit to Pandharpur. Now the second visit, I come to the diary. We performed in the night. Around 11:30 it ended, and then the bus is standing on the river, Bhima river, Chandrabhaga. So you have to walk out of the temple, go a little half a kilometer, take the stairs and go to that place, and that's where the bus is waiting. And Amma was carrying all the harmonium, pakhwaj and all that. And then a black bag into which all this was kept. Chipla, Tal, Shruti box and these two diaries. We kept in a bag, and all this was loaded into a three-wheeler which went up to that steps and dropped us. We all got down, got into the bus. Next morning we get on at Mumbai, and we find that the bag is missing. The black bag, which had, for me it was like my life. For me, that I can buy the Tanpura again, I can buy a Tal again, I can buy a Chipla again, but I can't buy this diary again. And I was very, very upset. And I kind of fired Amma, how can you be so irresponsible? But you can't blame, it was late in the night, everybody was tired.
And it was behind the auto,
पीछे का इधर रख दिया था, सब लोड करते हुए उधर रख दिया, people forgot. So immediately I called back Anirudh Badwe ji, and I told him ऐसा बैग गुम गया. He said, no, don't worry, मिल जाएगा आपको, यहाँ पंढरपुर में कौन लेगा आपका बैग. सो एक दो दिन वेट किया, कुछ खबर नाही लगा, तो नोटीस बडा प्रिंट किया, असं असं महाराष्ट्र अभंग रत्न ह्यांचं कार्यक्रम झाले ते, त्यांचं काळी बॅग हरवलं, ज्यांना मिळतील ते आणून द्या, काहीतरी बक्षीस पण मिळेल, असा एक नोटीस प्रिंट किया, पूरा पंढरपुर पे लगाया. 5 दिन हो गया, 6 दिन हो गया, 8 दिन हो गया, 10 दिन हो गया, एंड एवरी डे वी आर रिंगिंग हिम अप. एंड ही ऑल्सो फेल्ट वेरी गिल्टी. ही सेड, साहब मैं मेरा बेस्ट ट्राई कर रहा हूँ, नहीं मिल रहा, मैं क्या करूँ. Then after about 2 weeks, Amma says, see, we should go ourselves. We lost it. So we should go ourselves, and we can't depend on somebody else. For them it is just a bag lost. For us it's a life's possession. So we board the bus here at 9:30, sleeper bus. We go to Pandharpur. 5:30, he drops us at Pandharpur. We get down from the bus and we engage an auto rickshaw, telling him to go to Anirudh Badwe's house. And then we will start searching with the police and all. And after 1 minute of driving, that auto rickshaw fellow asks me, साहेब तुम्ही खूप छान म्हणता गाणं. सर तुम्ही कधी ऐकलं? त्याने संबंध कार्यक्रम ऐकले मी, आणि तुमचा बॅग पण माझ्याकडे आहे. सर व्हॉट? नाही, तुम्ही बॅग विसरून गेलात तुम्ही. सर पण तू सांगायचं होतं ना. नाही नाही, सांगितलं तर तुम्ही कसं भेटणार मला. आय सेड यार, बट बॅग तो मेरे को चाहिए ना. हा मी देणार ना. दे. नाही नाही नाही, तसं नाही देणार. माझा वडील आहे, त्यांना 100 वर्ष झालं, ते वारकरी आहे, त्यांना खूप बरात होतं की तुम्ही येऊन भेटायचं त्यांना, पण मी तुमच्या बाजूला पण येऊ शकत नाही, तर तुम्ही असं करा ना, माझ्या घरी या, मी देतो. सर हो, प्रेमाने येतो मी. तो उनके घर पे गया, स्मॉल हट, तो उसने चाय पिलाया. हिज फादर वॉज सो हैप्पी दैट द पर्सन हु डिड द प्रोग्राम केम टू माय हाउस and hand over the bag to us. All this within 15-20 minutes. पुजारी, 15 दिवस झालं मी सगळ्यांकडे बोलून झालं, तुम्हाला 10 मिनिटात कसं मिळालं हे? Then I narrate the entire story. Then we have breakfast, chai and all that, and come back to Bombay. So 15 days we have waited. It took 15 minutes to get the bag, and the job was over. This is a second miracle.
That was the time when Anirudh Badwe's father, we had time because we had
Gopal Krishna Badwe.
He took us around.
Correct. So that we visited, it gave us an opportunity to visit the temple in close quarters. So we could enjoy that.
And
so this is the.
He took us to different remote corners of that temple which is not open for public.
Second miracle. Third miracle. We decide to go with 100 people, and we invite Umyalpuram Shivaramanji, the great Padma Vibhushan. He also wants to play Mridangam. So we go to Pandharpur, and we first go to Tulzapur. From Tulzapur, after having darshan, we reach Pandharpur sometime in the afternoon, and they all come to me and they said, "Sahib, तुम्हाला एक विचारू, काय झालं? नाही, मूर्तीला ते अभिषेक करतात, ते बंद करून ठेवलं होतं मी इतकं वर्ष, ते काय मार्क्स होतं म्हणून, आता ते परत सुरू करवायचं, आणि विनंती आहे की तुम्ही अभिषेक करा तुमच्या हाताने." आता विठ्ठल मूर्ति को अभिषेक करने को मैं तो मेरा जान दे दूंगा उसके लिए, ये वो लोग आके मेरे को पूछे आप आके दर्शन कर सकता है क्या, वो फोटो है क्या इधर ऑफिस में दिखाएगा, दैट फोटो इज देयर। तो उसको अभिषेक किया, मिरेकल 3, देन मिरेकल 4, देन मिरेकल 5, नाउ द नंबर इज 6, द लास्ट टाइम वी विजिटेड। So every time we visit Pandharpur, one thing or the other happens and there is a miracle. So now we have decided कि कुछ ना कुछ तो होने वाला है, पंढरपुर जाएगा तो now we are prepared, तेरे को जो करने का कर भाई। So with that, Amma, visit to Pandharpur is the highlight of our life.
Yes.
And I think being with him and touching him, sparsha, जो मूर्ति को स्पर्श करके जो अभिषेक करना is a lifelong mission, and I'm extremely content that all this has happened.